exciting product that he has, and we met. And I really didn't believe it at first because it was so awesome in his testimony. But what happened was we were on our way out of town and we went to Milwaukee, Wisconsin to see my mother, who's 92 years old, and she had knee problems. She would get up in the middle of the night and she would rub her knee all day. So what we did was we put a patch on her knee. She slept all night, and the next day she had no pain. So after she did that, Verdita said, "Why don't you try it?" And the reason I tried it, or Verdita insisted I try it, was that she said I snore a lot. And she's right, because I used to snore so hard that I couldn't sleep. And I put this patch on, and I tell you what, guys, I have not snored since. And she has not patted me on the back to tell me to stop snoring. And I tell you guys, it works.
Wow. And I tell you what, this is literally the truth. Harvey has not snored since November the 11th, which was the very first time he put the patch on. And so what we started doing was getting on calls just like this, that you're on right now. And we heard so many amazing testimonies, and we started thinking, we know so many people that needs this patch. This technology is changing lives. So we just started, writing names down, and we said, you know what, we've got to become part of this so that we can spread the word all over the world. And so first of all, we want to thank certain people. Mr. Ken Robinson, first of all, thank you so much for sharing these patches with my husband and of course with us as a family. And then of course, Steve and Gina Merritt, who shared that same information with Ken Robinson. And of course, Miss Onyx Cole, who has done such a tremendous job of putting a system together that is just amazing. I mean, we have everything we need. This call right here, I just want to thank Onyx for all the sacrifice she's done for over the years. And last but not least, we're going to tell you who's the brainchild behind this whole operation. And that is Mr. David Schmidt, who is the inventor. All of that you're going to hear a little bit more about later. But what I'm going to do now is I am going to share my screen, because I know you're really excited about hearing what it is that we're talking about, you guys. So let me move forward. Okay, I think I said Steve and Gina Merritt. I didn't leave them out. They're very exciting and a very wonderful couple. But let's say, ask you this question. Have you been patched yet? We're talking about a little patch that I'm going to tell you more about in a minute, but have you been patched yet? If you have not, by the time you get off of this call, you're going to be saying, where's my patch? I want one of those patches. And I know you're going to be saying that. But listen, why would you want to be patched with this X39 stem cell patch? Well, here's why. Because as we age, we heal slower. We actually age faster. And that's because as we get to be older, like 30 years old, half of our stem cells are already out of our body. And then by the time we're 60, we've lost almost all of our stem cells. And this is why as we get older, we get sicker, and it takes us so much longer to get healthy. And here's how it works, you guys. You actually take this very tiny patch that's about the size of a quarter. It has paper on the back and an adhesive so that you can literally take the paper off, stick it anywhere on your body. But what happens is when you take the paper off the back, these nanocrystals that are right in the center of this patch, these nanocrystals are activated by the heat of your body. And what happens when the heat of your body activates these nanocrystals, it turns back and activates your copper peptides. Now, it has been proven years ago that Mr. Lauren, a very established scientist, Mr. Lauren Bacart, he proved that copper peptides actually reactivate our stem cells. Why is that so significant? Well, because it's never been done before. It's, people are used to getting stem cell injections. And, it's a very expensive process. It's helped a lot of people, but many people, it didn't help at all, or something went wrong. Whereas you use your own stem cells, you're not getting an embryo from somebody. You're not putting something foreign into your body. These are non-transdermal. Nothing is deposited into your body. These are your own stem cells that you're reactivating. So that right there was said no one could do it, but Mr. David Schmidt did that, you guys. And because of that, because of the fact that he created this X39 stem cell patch, this company, which was a 19-year-old company, because he started creating, these wonderful patches years ago, all kinds of patches. But it was 3 years ago when he came out with this X39 stem cell patch, and the company grew from $20 million a year to over $280 million in the last 2 years. That tells you something. That tells you that we have a technology that is changing lives. I guarantee you, by the time you get off this call tonight, you're going to see what I mean. But it's spread all over the world in over 75 countries, you guys. And so this company is just growing by leaps and bounds. Here's the inventor that I was telling you about, Mr. David Schmidt. He's the CEO and the inventor of this wonderful patch. He has over 130 patents. That's significant too, because not too many people are able to get patents, but Mr. Schmidt has been able to have over 130 patents. He's a scientist and inventor. A very, very interesting story about him. He's a 2-time recipient of an Advanced Technology Award in the International Hall of Fame. That lets you know that he must have had something special about him. And just a little bit extra about Mr. Schmidt. He actually was commissioned by the federal government to help with the Navy SEALs with a project they had just started. And for him to be commissioned by them, that lets you know he must be the real deal. We're very fortunate. He's literally a genius, you guys. But this particular product, this technology that I'm referring to, the X39, is patented for the next 20 years. Many companies have things that are helping people, but this is not what you call a Me Too product. This is something that nobody's ever heard of. That's why this 20-year patent is so significant. We've heard of companies that have weight loss, skincare, and everything. This is not a Me Too company. You would not hear anybody, you would not find another way to purchase this product except through LifeWay. Now, what's going to happen when your stem cells are reactivated? Well, you may experience rapid pain relief. You're going to hear about some of that tonight. You're going to may experience reduced inflammation. It definitely supports wound healing, energy and vitality. I personally, you could probably tell, I have so much energy and vitality just by wearing this patch every single day. Mental clarity. Personally, I will tell you, I'm an interior designer. I have so many projects that in the past, it used to just overwhelm me. I had so much work, but now I'm very calm because I know I'm going to get through it because I'm able to compartmentalize everything. And this is just a wonderful experience, you guys. It enhances sports performance. We have so many athletes that are just real excited about using this technology. Faster recovery from exercise and improved skin appearance. So there's some long-lasting long-term results that you're going to experience as well, because there were over 80 case studies that were done on this technology. But let's tell you what we found out with these case studies, that the first few days, people experience over 4,000 genes are beginning to reset. And then within 6 weeks, the brain becomes balanced, and it's going to help with decreasing symptoms of PTSD, anxiety, and depression. Once again, this all is based on the case studies that were done. Within 3 months, people started seeing wrinkles being decreased. They started seeing their hair growth increase. They started seeing the structural integrity of their skeletal and muscular systems. Their cheekbones started lifting. Their bones. Do you realize that as you get older, people's bones become brittle? This is so important, what we're talking about. And within 6 months, you're going to literally, we found that 14 out of the 15 people lowered their vascular age. That means their heart. We literally met a lady in December who had been using this patch for 2.5 years, because I told you it's 3 years old. And she took a test that measures your age based on your heart, your vascular age. They said she was 73 years old, and they said she was 35. So they thought they had made a mistake. And she says, no, you didn't make a mistake. No, you didn't. That's because she's using the X39. So what we're talking about, you guys, is not anti-aging. We're talking about age reversal. This is simply amazing. Now, we don't have enough time on this call to go over every single thing that you need to know. And it's some very detailed information on a website called startx39.com. Miss Onyx Cole put a very thorough website together so that you can read all you want. You're going to see those studies we talked about. You're going to see some physicians, what they have to say about it. You're going to see testimonies, just all the pertinent information about X39. So make sure you go to that site after you get off this call. Now, all you have to do when you wear this patch, you can put it literally anywhere on your body, but during the studies, they put the patch like right behind the neck, as you can see in the diagram, or below the belly button, because in studies, they have to be consistent as to where they're applying it, because it's a study, of course. You only wear it 12 hours on and 12 hours off. What I like to do is when I wake up in the morning, get ready to brush my teeth so that I have a time frame to look forward to, I apply the patch right after I brush my teeth. And say, let's say that 7 o'clock in the morning. And then by 7 in the evening, I'm going to take it off so that my body can repair and rejuvenate. And then you just throw that patch away and you drink. Make sure you're hydrated and drink plenty of water. We're talking about some magnificent things that I can't really articulate because I'm not a scientist, but I do know that your body, everything is going to work a lot better when you drink plenty of water and you're hydrated. Okay. So I know you can't wait to hear some of these wonderful testimonies, just so that you can see how wonderful this patch is doing for people. As you can see just in this diagram, the before and after pictures, whether it's a scar on this lady's face, another person who wore the patch for almost a year, and look at the wrinkles and all the, the lifting of the skin. All of these things are happening. This man is right here sharing where his hair is growing back. And we do have team members whose hair are growing back. I know firsthand at work. So listen, I'm going to step to the side and allow some of the people that we've invited to the call get on here and share their testimony. So the first person I want to bring on is out of the California area, Miss Yolanda Miner. Would you please share your screen and unmute yourself and come on and share your testimony? Yolanda, can you share your video?
Oh, let's see. Start video?
Yes,
Is it start
please.
video? Okay.
Thank you.
Okay.
All right. Hi, Yolanda. How are you?
Hi. Good. I'm doing really well. Hello, everybody.
All right. Go ahead and share your testimony.
I have quite a bit, so I'm going to make it as short as possible. I am married to a guy who's had a 50-year career as a professional Hollywood stuntman, stunt coordinator, and an actor. So physically, what's happening now is that his career has caught up with him, and he just started breaking down. And it seemed like everything was happening all at once or either back to back. We have dealt with traumatic brain injury, chronic heart failure, diabetes, which is stabilizing. The high blood pressure is stabilizing. He had diverticulosis for a while, and also a lower degenerative spine, and all from his career. So for a while there, he was in a wheelchair, and we've been dealing with this for some years. And I'm looking down because I just have notes so I don't forget anything. And along with a reaction to medicines, we've just been on a long, hard journey. And it was starting to take a toll on me. And then my friend, Linda Giles, she sent me some patches. And so I tried them, and for about 2 weeks. And at the time, my husband was in the hospital for this last time. And so when he got out of the hospital, I was feeling so well that I just decided, let me just try this on him. And he was the type of person that wouldn't get up or turn over until 10 in the morning. So the next morning I went in to check on him, and a little bit early, and it startled me because he was actually standing there dressed. with his shoes on and everything as if he was going somewhere. And that hadn't happened in a really, really long time. So since then, we've just seen these little growths to where he's getting his quality of life back. And just so happy and so pleased because it's relieved me and taken some of the pressure off of me. He's happier. He's gone back to the bowling alley, not necessarily bowling, but he's feeling well enough to want to hang out with his friends. He's driving, and today he actually had a job where he was supervising a stunt. So I'm just very pleased, very thankful, and I just appreciate everything that's come our way. That's it. That's all I have.
Let me see here. So Yolanda, really quickly, in case I missed something, if I recall, you told me that the very first day that your husband used this X39, then he was in a wheelchair that day, right?
No, not that day. Not that day. His walking, well, yeah, because his walking was still not steady neurologically. And then when I put the patch on, I wasn't expecting him to be up. Well, I put the patch on, and the next morning he was just standing there completely dressed, and because he felt better. So
and
he
you
just
said he would have had to have walked across the room to get his clothes.
Oh, absolutely.
That was, yeah. See, Yolanda, I'm trying to pull this out of her because she's, and then the other thing was you texted me and said that I think it was 5 doctors that he had seen in 1 week, and all of them gave him, like the neurologist told him to come back a year from now. That had never happened before.
Yes.
So thank you so much, Yolanda. This is what I'm saying, you guys. What all these things that her husband is going through is not necessarily what she anticipated with the patch, but it has literally changed your life because you had to quit your job 3 years ago just to take care of him. So that you all, hopefully you see how amazing this patch is. Thank you so much, Yolanda. You can turn your video off and mute yourself. And thank you so much. And I'm so happy you and your husband are doing so much better.
All right. Thank you.
All right. So the next person up, I'm going to, call on is a lady that I met back in December. And I mean, not December. When did I meet her? I think in February. And I was so impressed with her testimony. I hope you will be. I'm sure you will be as too. Miss Lana Peak, would you please unmute yourself and share your video?
Hi, everybody. Can you hear me okay?
I certainly can.
Okay, great. Well, I'm Lana Peak from North Carolina, Pinehurst, North Carolina. And my daughter had been a liver transplant recipient. It started in 2005. She had liver disease, and then in 2012, that liver had failed, so she had to have a second transplant. And when her liver went down that time in 2012, it also took her kidneys down. So they ended up doing a liver and kidney transplant. So she did well during those years, and then this past October, she went in liver failure again for the 3rd time. And the reason her body went into rejection, she had actually stopped taking her anti-rejection medication because her bones had started deteriorating, and she was trying to help herself out
every day.
But it went the other way instead. So in October, she was at Chapel Hill, and they told us that it was nothing they could do. They didn't expect a turnaround on her kidneys or her liver, and was talking about hospice. So a couple of months ago, I felt so desperate because she had started on dialysis. She seemed to do better, but then was slowly getting worse, and to the point where she could barely do anything. And every once in a while, she would be in a lot of pain, just dealing with her bones. She really needs hip replacement. And so I was desperate. Nobody really knew that, but I had been praying. And so one of my friends from college called me one day or sent a message and asked me if I knew anything about stem cell replacement. And I told her, yes, I know quite a bit about it because I had multiple myeloma in 2020, and I had stem cell replacement, and that's what saved my life. So I was very interested, very curious, and right away I wanted to get the patches. So the very day that I got the patches, my daughter was having trouble with her shoulder. She couldn't even raise her arm up. That's how much pain she was in, and had to move her one arm with the other one. So I put the patch directly on her shoulder, and by it was in the evening time then anyway. So she slept good that night. The next day the pain was gone, and the following day after that, when I came home, she was up and doing stuff, and she had not been doing that. About the third or fourth day, she had cooked dinner, and I heard her laugh for the first time in a long time. So it gave her energy. It has gotten her off the couch. Her complexion is changing. She had gotten really dark and her eyes were really yellow. So I could see, and we've only been on the patch for about now a month and a half. So I could see a change in her, and other people can see a change as well, just visually. So she had some lab work done about a month ago, and that lab work proved what we could see, that things were improving. One thing, she was taking dialysis 3 days a week. They reduced it to 2. She was on 2 days a week when we started the patches. Since then, they have reduced her to 1 day a week, and soon to be off completely. That's dealing with her kidney. And then her liver, she had labs last week, and her liver numbers are coming down now. And her doctor called her, actually, they called her 2 days ago and they called her back and said that they want to see her now at Chapel Hill, because they really can't believe what they're seeing. Her numbers are changing and they don't understand it. And now they can consider transplant, because they feel like she's getting stronger and better and would be able to withstand that. So we're just so grateful and thankful to the company and to the introduction of this life-saving situation, this thing that we have come in contact with. And for me, it has given me lots of energy, able to do more things and without pain. So I thank you so much for this opportunity. And that's all I have right now.
Well,
Thank
Lana,
you.
thank you so much for sharing that wonderful testimony. The first time I heard it, it just stuck with me so long, but I want to make sure that everybody heard this part, that when you first put the patch on your daughter, she had been, they were getting ready to take her to hospice, right?
Right.
So
Sometimes I would, while she was sleeping, I would look at her to make sure she was breathing. That's how serious
and I
it
think
has
you
been.
told me within 2 or 3 days
Yes.
of using this patch. Now, think about this hospice. If you don't understand what hospice means, that means they can't do anything else for you. But
Right.
in 2 or 3 days, she was up cooking and cleaning.
Yes. Yeah.
My God. Okay. Thank you so much, Lana. I'm so
You're
happy
welcome.
for
Thank
you and your family. And make sure you tell everybody, just tell the whole world about this. Okay.
I am.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. So next, you can mute yourself and turn your video off, Lana. And the next person I want to bring on is a young lady whose testimony I heard a few weeks ago, and it really, really impressed me. And please unmute yourself and share your video, Miss Keela McClary. Can you share you? Oh, there you go. Hi there. Okay.
Can you hear
Yeah,
me?
there's Lana. If you can turn your iPad off so we can see Keela's face. Okay. I can't see the big picture of Keela, but you can go ahead, Keela. Hopefully we'll get it right on our end.
Okay.
I see Lana's iPad.
Okay.
There you go.
Okay. Hello, everybody.
Hi
my
there.
name is Keela McClary. How are you?
Wonderful.
Well, I'm here to share tonight I have had a great experience with this X39 patch. I received it from an old college friend of mine who actually had gone to several meetings in Atlanta. And I'm between Atlanta and Alabama. I'm from Alabama, but I have children in Atlanta. He mailed me a sample of 5 to 7, I do believe, and said, try them. Now, my problem was vision, my eyes. My retina's detached in 2021 due to diabetes. And actually, I was blind for about 4 to 6 months. And then I had a surgery that gave me a portion of my vision back, but it was still like I was looking through spider webs. And then I had another surgery. So I ended up with like 3 surgeries trying to get my vision back. And when you've lost your vision, you know, that's a depressing area. That's a part of life you don't want to experience. And so it was really tough for me. I was very depressed. I had to come off of my job after 33 years and retire early because I'm 61. I just turned 62 years old on February 5th. Well, I got the patches, and what I was trying to do was to see if this could help me with the stem cells, because I had heard of other people. I went and looked at a lot of the testimonies online, and I was saying, well, I'm going to try this. Now, my vision was not clear. I had gotten my vision, portion of my vision back, but I wasn't clear. You know, I wasn't clear enough to do a lot of things. So I put the patch on in Atlanta for 3 days. And this particular night, I slept with my daughter. She has a 1-bedroom apartment in Atlanta. She's a travel nurse. So I woke up that morning and I looked over and I touched her and I said, Jasmine. She said, what's wrong, Mom? I said, I can see you clear. She says, what? I said, I can see you clear. And I had told her about the patch and everything. I had been wearing it, you know, for the past 3 days. And so in the 3 days, my vision left from blurry to clear. And I'm so excited. I have since then have joined the business and sharing this. And I am actually, this is my 2nd week wearing it. I've shared it with others. I'm sleeping so much better. I was at my grandchildren's party this weekend. I kept getting compliments on my skin. I was like, I haven't done anything with my skin regimen. And I was like, gosh, you look different. Then I started remembering some of the testimonies. I said, okay, I'm gonna keep this patch on. But anyway, I'm really excited. God is just so faithful. I have been praying. I said, I don't care how you heal me, Lord, just heal me. And so he allowed this technology. So thank you so much.
Well, thank you so much, Keila, for coming on. And I know that what you're saying about your site, it must have been very difficult. I was very impressed when I heard your testimony the first time. So just keep using the patch and keep telling everybody. And I'm so happy that your body is healing itself. All right. So thank you so much. You can mute yourself and turn off your video, and we'll get started again with the presentation. All right. So now I'm going to get back to the presentation, you guys. Got a little bit more to share. So I know you wonder, you're excited about those testimonies you've heard about, and I want you to think about something. What's important in your life? Is your family the most important thing in your life? You know, how about being able to spend more time with your family? And then if you're working all the time, I know people that just work all the time and they don't have the time freedom to like take off a vacation when they want to. But what we're going to share with you in a moment is a way for you to consider having more time with your family, having the time to do the things you want to do, have more security. You know, my husband and I are retirement age, and we need stability during retirement. We can travel when we want, but we want to make sure that everybody on this call has better health, and if you would like, less debt. So let's talk about that. The stem cell industry is becoming more and more popular, you all. People are realizing the importance of healthy stem cells. At the stem cell industry, did you know that it's about a $200 million industry, but it is projected to reach over $300 billion. So I want you to put your business hat on. I also want you to put your servant hat on, because you want to, this is about serving people. Okay. And so once again, let's talk about something. We have a very lucrative compensation plan. Did you realize that every single time you enroll somebody, you have two teams? One is your left team and your right team. So it's only two teams you have to build. But what's going to happen in this form of the way we get paid, if you decide you want to be a partner with us, you can earn up to $25,000 a week in the binary, literally, which is about $1 million a year. Now, that alone right there is exciting, to be able to earn money like that just from sharing. How easy, how difficult is it to share something like this, these wonderful testimonies? It's not difficult at all, because really all you have to do is get them on calls like this. In addition to that, we have something called a matching bonus. Now, the matching bonus is very significant. You know, I told you about a gentleman earlier by the name of Steve Merritt, who is literally, he and his wife are the top producers in this company, and they just joined last July. But how would you like to be the person? I know who that person is, who enrolled them, because I mean, this gentleman made a whole lot of money in this industry. But do you realize if you enrolled him, you'd be getting 25% of what he's earning every single week? And that's so. If you think of some of the sharpest people, you know, if you think about those, they're intelligent enough. They're going to catch on to what's happening here. We're talking about a $300 billion industry in the very near future. So there's a lot of money to be made. So people that are intelligent, people that are business minded, they see things that other people don't see. Those are the kind of people you want to bring on board, and you'll start getting 25% of what they're earning. People that they refer to this business, they'll be what you call on your second level. You'll get 20% of what those people earn in that binary that I just shared with you, and then 20% on the people that they enroll. You guys, that's a lot of money. So, you know, we have all kinds of tools that you can use. Like when you're sharing these patches, you heard Lana, or I don't even remember who said this, but all three of them received sample patches from someone. We like to send them out in these envelopes that you see here. It's very simple. It gives instructions on the envelope. And so therefore you can just send the patches and let the patches do the work. You know, if you're deciding you're wanting to be part of our team, we have a system that's already in place called Build 331, 331.com. But I want to stop here. I want to tell you a little bit. Let me see where I am. Yeah, I want you to see this form. Somebody may have given you this form, and basically on this form, you're going to check the box of which package you want. And here's what I want you to think about when you decide which package you want to get, because I already know you want some of these patches. What's going to happen is I want you to make a list. I want you to think about all the people that you want to help. Because when my husband and I first got started, we made a list of about 25 couples. And, you know, we know way more people than that, but that's what we did. And then we made another list of 25 individuals. We didn't do it like systematically like that. We just made this list. And we knew that we wanted to send everybody at least 3 to 5 samples so that they can experience it. If they have friends, once they see what happens to them in 1 or 2 days, and everybody's body is different. You may not experience the same thing that Miss Lana or her daughter or Miss Keela, you may not experience it, or even Yolanda's husband, who got up and dressed himself the very next day when he couldn't even walk across the room. You may not get those type of experiences right away, but you may want to share it with someone, right? And so what you're going to do is think about how many samples you want to send out. If you have, for example, a gold package, there are 5 sleeves in there. That means it's a 30-day supply. Each sleeve, that's going to be about 6 people that you can share the samples with. I just told you we had 25 people on our list, 25 couples. By the time we finished with the couples we wanted to send it with, and then the 25 individuals, we were going to have to use 12 sleeves. And then we looked at these lists here. We said, okay, that's the platinum package. But what about the ones we want to use for ourselves? Well, that's how we decided to go with what you call the diamond package, because the diamond package allows us to have enough inventory for us to use ourselves. We're married, so we need 2 sleeves per month. So that was 6 more sleeves. That's how we came up with the diamond package. That may not be the package you want. You may just want to try it out. You may want to be a bronze, and the bronze package is going to give you a 30-day supply for yourself. But I highly recommend a silver, because I'm pretty sure if you're married, you don't want to be getting healthy and vibrant and energetic, and your spouse is over there just falling apart. You want to get enough for him or her as well. So you definitely want to consider the silver package. But whatever package you get, just get in where you fit in. You can always upgrade to a higher package. So now, once again, this is how you're going to get connected. But what I want you to do is the person that invited you to the call, get with them. Either they're going to give you this application that I shared with you, or they're going to give you their website, a link to their website where you can go to that site and join. They'll walk you through it. Please let them walk you through it, because you just want to make sure you do everything right, and they can kind of guide you as to which package you should be getting. But don't hesitate. Do it tonight. We're a very, very strong team, fast-growing team. I just told you how Steve Merritt, our upline, is the top producer in the company, and it's because he followed this system. Get connected. Go to startx39.com, like I told you. If you go to build331.com, which is a website, you will see all of these icons on here, these scanners. If you scan on any of those, you'll be connected to our Facebook page, where you see all these testimonials that you're hearing right now. Just do a search and you'll find, if someone has a migraine, you can search the word migraine on there and find out the testimony that went along with that. If you're wanting to just once you join, you want to be on this Quantum Field X39 Facebook page. We have the YouTube channels with all the testimonies. You guys, it's everything you need. You can connect with us. We're so excited. Here are the people I've been telling you about: Mr. Steve Merritt and Gina Merritt, his lovely wife, Miss Onyx Cole, who has paved the way for all of us. They're the ones that are hosting this call. And they will definitely be back on this Wednesday night, same number you're calling in on right now, same code, everything. So definitely, get back with the person that invited you to this call so they can get you signed up. And some of you may be aspiring to meet the founder on April the 15th at the Merritt's Palm Beach Lake House. I know we're invited to that. We can't wait to get there, but some of you may aspire to do that, and you still have time. So definitely do that. And one more, it's so many announcements on here. Listen, Mr. Steve and Gina Merritt, they are going to be on the road, you guys, on a bus tour. And look at all the places they're going. I'm not going to read them. You can take a screenshot if you want, but they're going to go on the road. This is how we met them for the first time in December. They were literally on the road. And I know you can't wait to send guests there, or if you want to go there yourself. But once again, we have this call Monday and Wednesday, and then again on Friday at noon for those people who are maybe in another country, a different time zone, or they don't work during the day. But definitely get back on this call Wednesday night with more guests. And with that, I am going to stop sharing my screen. Okay. I am so excited for all of you. Make sure that you get back with the person that invited you to the call. You're gonna have a wonderful night, and we wish you a healthy life. Thank you so much. Again, my name is Verdita Monk, and my husband is Harvey Monk. So glad to share this with you all tonight. Have a good evening.